NASA space probe has made history by flying closer to the Sun than any other spacecraft. The probe plunged into the Sun's outer atmosphere on Christmas Eve. Scientists received a signal from the Parker Solar Probe after it had been out of communication for several days during its burning hot flyby. While the spacecraft came within 6.1 million kilometers of the Sun's surface, facing temperatures of around 1,000 degrees Celsius. Scientists say the mission will provide data that will help forecast space weather events that can affect life here on Earth. It seems like science fiction sending an uncrewed spacecraft to the Sun. NASA's Parker Solar Probe was designed to withstand its scorching heat. NASA has now confirmed that it has. The spacecraft sent back a beacon signal indicating that it survived the closest ever approach to the Sun. We have never had a human-made object so close to the Sun. Also, we had to not melt. That's why the Parker has this heat shield that holds the instruments at room temperature and keeps the heat of the Sun away. And these are just amazing feats, and so it's so amazing that we are so close and really getting to measure in detail this material up close. Liftoff of the mighty Delta IV Heavy rocket. There have been many missions to study the Sun, but there's so much more we can learn, especially about the Sun's shimmering atmosphere, which we can see from Earth during a total solar eclipse. This new data from this very incredibly close approach, the Sun just touching the surface of that corona, is going to hopefully give us a lot more information about exactly what's going on in our beautiful, beautiful Sun that heats up and gives us light. Close up, the Sun's magnetic field twists and lifts its explosive surface. It's hoped that the solar probe will shed light on the processes that make this happen, and how this solar turbulence affects us on Earth. But they'll have to wait until the 1st of January before they see the initial data. The early results from the Parker Solar Probe suggested that it's to do with the magnetic field. It gets all turned and twisted up on the surface, which we see as sunspots, which create these big and solar flares that we get to appreciate here on Earth as those gorgeous northern lights, the aurora that we've had a lot of this year. But there's a lot that we don't understand about how that all works. How that could be fueling this hot atmosphere around the Sun. And this new data from this very incredibly close approach, the Sun just touching the surface of that corona, is going to hopefully give us a lot more information about exactly what's going on in our beautiful, beautiful Sun that heats up and gives us light.